Meeting is now being streamed live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham. I'm on a mission to find a cure for type 1 diabetes, so it is no longer a light sentence. And in this video, we're going to talk about maps, not MapQuest or Google Maps. Shout out to old school MapQuest, but something called, I forget the name because it's really long. Mycobacterium, Avium, Paratuberculosis. That's why they abbreviate it. MAP, I pluralize that. I don't know why. MAP is, something I'm reading about that has some big claims in terms of how it is linked to type 1 diabetes. I'm reading, I don't have the actual cover. The cover has fallen off because we have kids. But if you have not read, is that working? Yeah, Mastering Diabetes, the book, I would suggest it. Cyrus and Robbie have done a lot of research and they kind of condensed it all down into this nice little book. And yeah, the green screen on Zoom's acting weird. But yeah, I recommend the read for sure. And yeah, it's really interesting, the science behind it. I made a little my notes on it from the book to kind of help myself, learn it and organize it in my head in more of a short form. And yeah, that's totally not blood. That's hot chocolate that got spilled on my shirt earlier. Hashtag, I could blame it on the kids, right? But really just poor management of a hot drink. I want to share my screen. That's what I want to do. I want to show you guys this. Okay, so Mycobacterium avium tuberculosis. Okay, that's how you actually say it. So it is a microbacterium. I'm kind of learning some of this stuff as we go here, which just means it's a bacteria that grows like a fungus. It actually happens, it comes from it infects the gastrointestinal tract of the cows. That can be fatal for the cows, and that disease in cows is called Jones disease or John's disease. And it basically infects the intestines and the fecal matter that then contaminate the meat products of not just the cows, but any other thing on the farm, like pigs and chickens, and also the milk, even pasteurized milk. Pasteurization is basically boiling the milk to get the bacteria out of it, right, to clean it. But MAP actually survives it. So crazy stats here. 95% of all US dairy operations with over 500 cows had MAP infections. That's almost all of them, right? It's pretty much a rounding error. So every major farm that has cows, every major cow farm has MAP infection, right? And then 3% of all milk products purchased in the US contain living MAP bacteria. How crazy is that? So if you've bought milk your whole life, let's say your family, right, has bought, since you're growing up, has bought 1 quart of milk a week, 1 gallon every 2 weeks, whatever it is, for your entire life. Like, how much exposure have you had? Like, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, so it's in beef, pork, chicken, and other organ tissues. There's some studies there that I'm not going to go over. So it's linked. So drinking milk has been linked, and eating meat has been linked to the risk for type 1 diabetes, type 1.5 diabetes, and Crohn's disease via MAP, like specifically from MAP being the contaminant in the milk and the meat. So MAP can cause both type 1, which is no insulin at all, type 1.5, which is like me, where I produce a small amount of insulin, but definitely not the normal amount, and Crohn's disease, which is also related to I believe it's related to the gastrointestinal tract. Don't know too much about Crohn's. But Crohn's, I have done some additional research on MAP. Crohn's is also linked heavily to MAP. So if you do go on and research that and you want more, I found that there's more links from Crohn's to MAP in my research than type 1. So if you, in the link, in the comments, drop all the links to your research on that, because I'm in my research mode. I want to know all of it. Whether it's for Crohn's, because I think it's very interesting. I believe Crohn's is an autoimmune, right? Let's learn about Crohn's disease. The H, like this. IBD. Yeah, digestive tract. Inflammation. Doesn't say autoimmune. It is an autoimmune. Okay, so the reason that is significant is because some of the stuff down here that I'm going to get into. So MAP uses molecular mimicry, where it disguises itself from the immune system. And that's what the autoimmune kind of response is your immune system is trying to attack the infection, but it's instead doing friendly fire on your own body. So if Crohn's has a similar, it's also immune, so it's a similar mechanism, but it's a different result. It's a different issue in your body. Okay, so that's why some of that research can be it's related, right? So there might be insights that will work for both. This is also crazy. 100% of human studies detected the presence of MAP bacteria in those living with type 1 diabetes. Now, I have reference needed here because they didn't list them in the paragraphs that I was reading in the book 5 minutes ago. But they have a big section in the back for references, so I'm going to double check these and look up that actual research, and I'll probably do my own video on that too. But I mean, correlation, causation doesn't matter. 100%. 100%. Now, I don't know how big the study was, all the other stuff that people can question about a study, which you should be diligent in that, because you can have studied one person, right? Okay. Yes, it uses the molecular mimicry. This is just kind of how I made some notes on how it's working in the immune system. It's kind of general autoimmune stuff. It's more specifically with a MAP infection, the immune system makes antibodies that attack the Z and T8 proteins. So if you want specifics on proteins to research, and that protein is on the surface of the beta cells, then the immune system activates the macrophages. I had to look this up. Macrophage is a cool cell that will eat. It will eat the bad cells, whether it's a dead cell, a weak cell, a bacteria, or a virus, or a fungus. I think fungus was included. They will eat it and then take it out of the body. So that's how your immune system works, taking stuff out. So the macrophage, these specific macrophages will engulf and destroy the entire beta cell, right? And the beta cell is what produces the insulin. So that's why type 1's, their beta cells disappear altogether. Type 1.5's, a significant portion has been depleted, and they are gone or dormant or chillaxing there in your pancreas, waiting for something to go away. Either the immune system to calm down, or they're waiting for the infection to go away. So anyway, MAPS, guys, check that out. This is where we need to put our minds together, okay? Let's get involved in the comments, ideas, links, questions, comments, fears, suggestions. I want to know all that stuff in the comments. We're gonna research this pretty hard because of the strong correlation. I want to dig into that. And my wife has already read this and put this on my radar. I was digging into I've read this too before, reread it because I wanted to talk to you about why I'm doing the silver nebulizer. So one of the treatments to help get rid of MAP is to nebulize silver for a treatment duration of 6 months. It's on my calendar. Yeah, so that's why we're doing this, our nebulizing with silver. Also, I also finished my ionic cleanse today. I have, I'm not sharing my screen. Boom. Okay. So I have, yeah, so this is my calendar for the year. We're going to do 6 months of the nebulizer and see if that works. Now, 6 months is what they say. I didn't see those details in there. I have to find that again because if it's always 6 months or average 6 months, like maybe I want to do more if it's just an average, right? You don't want to get to the finish line and then quit. So we'll see what that is. But hey, it's not that bad. It takes about 20 minutes. I'll make a whole video on the nebulizer. And then let's see, you can see this is the section, you can see the highlighted parts. This is the section of the book from Mastering Diabetes. Again, I recommend the book. Just a few pages here on it, and did my my ion cleanse today and came out pretty much the same. It's like an orange, and I believe the orange means it's like a joint meridian. So they use meridian explanations, which is like an acupuncture Chinese medicine thing. So it's a joint meridian, which I found interesting. And I don't have a lot of it's actually pretty clean. It's a pretty clean detox. So that is making me happy. All right, guys. And then I also meant to bring up my experiments. So today is Saturday. We're going to do the daily log section. So if you're not familiar with this, this is where I pretty much track my experiments and talk to you guys about them a little bit. So yesterday, I don't recall them. I was really on fire yesterday, and then I tanked pretty hard, and that was because I know I owe let's see, 3 hours or so in sleep debt, most of which was one night a couple nights ago. So I felt really good. I actually have been trying a coffee. I'm kind of back on the caffeine thing temporarily. Four Sigmatic has a coffee with lion's mane mushrooms, which I'm trying out. It's good. It's good. I mean, I can't speak too much of the flavor because I need to put some soy milk in it to kind of make it easier on my stomach. I've noticed that coffee does create a uncomfortable feeling in my digestive tract. So I try to, if I dilute it with something heavy and creamy like soy milk, it does not hurt. It doesn't hurt, but it's less uncomfortable. So anyway, this could be totally from caffeine, but I do believe it is more than. I believe my current exercise routine is working. I was also fasting yesterday. So I was fasting, liquid fast. So I did do coffees and teas and hot chocolates, and that was it. and water, of course. Yeah, so yesterday, I think I did. I had like a bite. I'm, like 98% there. But I've noticed in the evenings, like right now, I will eat ravenously, and it is it's just like I just want to take a bite, just a bite of this, a bite of that. So I'm not going to give myself the X because I did take a bite of like a flour tortilla. It's I think it has it's just processed. It's not on my paleo 2x2. Didn't weigh myself. Didn't do this or that. I don't think I woke up because I was late running. February? Friday? I didn't run. That's it, Matt. That's messed up. Did my morning rephrase that. I'm still updating my my spreadsheet here. Do my stretch, feeling good, feeling great. Okay. We got midday. I didn't visualize. I gotta update that one. Didn't do P's. I did my Wim Hofs, crushing this one. Yeah, this habit is easy. Habits are easy when they feel good, man. It is easy. Probably a 6 or 7. I'll round up. Just because I'm not getting stuff done that I need to get done at work, and it is a little depressing. I think I just did morning. Didn't do diffuser. I didn't nebulize. No illness. Deep fatigue. I mean, I definitely got slammed like at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So it was like just part of the day. I guess that correlates with that. So I would say it was like it's an 8 or a 9. It was pretty bad. And did that today. I don't have my insulin ready. Didn't do that. Beamer, I did do this. I did this morning. So I did 3. I did 5. I upped it for a different part of my body. So we did stomach. And then we did oops. We did, this would also be lower back. Okay. And that's about it. Okay, so that's, I need to still update my spreadsheet. There are some things that are not on here, some things that are on here that I need to remove. So I will be updating this further, but this video is way too long at this point. So I'm gonna pause it there. We got a little bit of tracking in, making progress on that, getting better day by day, every day in every way. We're getting better and better here. So I'm going to close out. As I mentioned earlier, more heads are better than one. I'm going to collaborate with you on this journey to find a cure so that type 1 diabetes is no longer a life sentence. And when I say type 1, I mean type 1, type 1.5, and the various other autoimmune types of diabetes, including LADA, which is also me. I was diagnosed at 34. So get involved, guys. Get involved. Drop comments, questions, ideas, suggestions, all in the comments, because I'm going to take those and run with them. Okay, if you have something you want to do, experiment ideas, you see some of the experiments that I'm doing. If there's one you suggest or you're curious about, just let me know. Put it on my radar. I'll do my research and then make a decision, a go, no go. We'll see if we can put it on this year's. We still have some room there at the end of the year, or maybe next year's we'll do some research on that. I am your guinea pig, potentially. Okay, I'm not going to commit hard to that, but yeah. So we are we're getting out of here today. I forgot to mention in the beginning is February 6th, Saturday, 2021. Everybody, the day before the Super Bowl, where Andy Reid is taking Patrick Mahoney. I don't even know. I'm terrible now. I'm terrible at NFL. I fail at NFL. But it's Tom Brady versus Andy Reid. I remember that from my the Eagles Patriots days. So I'm gonna root for Andy Reid. I'm also rooting for Tom Brady, the person, because I think as a high performer, I want to see how far he can go. I want to see him defy age, and keep going. And it's good to watch. It's good to watch Tom Brady, man. He's got it down. So anyway, best of luck to all the Chiefs fans and all the Buccaneers fans, and we will see you